December 3rd, and we're about to load the kiln and fire that piece. Let's take a look. Okay, these pieces are going to be fired. I think this is the one we did in the video before, and we'll see how that one comes out, and we'll see what happens. This is the first piece I'm putting in here. I spent a couple hours glazing it. It's a Sargasso seahorse. Should be interesting to see how this comes out. These shelves or plates will hold the next layer, and the dark stuff you see painted on there is a substance that will turn white once it's heated. That helps separate the plate from the glaze that might drop on it, so you can separate it easier later and the piece doesn't get stuck to it. Okay, so here's the bonsai pot we're using for this video, sitting here ready to go, and now I'm going to put the next layer of shelves in. Yeah, I had to use higher stilts to hold up the shelves because these pieces were just a little too tall for the shorter ones, so I've had to rearrange some stuff. But here's our pot we're looking at. So the little device that actually acts as a timer. This little piece over here. Okay, now watch what we do. This is a cone number 5. It goes up to a temperature of about 2115 degrees. I'm not sure exactly. These are little pieces of material that at that particular temperature will start to deform and bend. And we take that and we're going to put it in here. Okay, so the little cone is put in here, and it needs to be centered and placed as well as you can so that when gravity works on this thing from the weight of the little bar, and as this melts and that little bar comes down, it triggers this little device here to go up, which allows this to fall and also knocks out this little button that I just pressed that turns the electricity on. Okay, so this is all ready to go, but it hasn't been plugged in yet. The controls are still on off. And we're about ready to fire this thing up. First firing is going to be 1 hour on low, then 1 hour on medium, then sometimes 2 to 3 to 3.5 hours on high. And then we have to wait 24 hours after that before we can open this up. We have 2 little peepholes here. You can kind of look in, but we just leave one open because that helps extend the life of the kiln. And I may be able to see in what's going on with this piece over here. So right now we're going to get ready to fire this thing up. We're going to shut the lid. Try and position it so that it's nice and even all the way around. Turn on the electric and pray. Okay, 1 hour's up. Time to turn the heat from low to medium for the next hour. And then we'll be back when we do the high setting. Okay, it's an hour later. We're going to pop this up to the next setting, which is high. And the mechanism has still not been set off yet. And now we're going to wait 2 hours, check it out, and then about every 10 or 15 minutes after that. Sometimes it can take up to 3 hours. It's almost 2 hours later now. Kiln is still pumping some red hot heat. We'll come back and check things out. Okay, we're going out to see if the kiln has shut itself off. A good friend of mine had a kiln which he had overpacked, and it didn't allow the little ceramic device that was supposed to melt properly, and the kiln stayed on, and he ended up having shelves that melted and all kinds of horrible things. Okay, this thing here, it's still up there, so we're going to wait another 20 minutes and come back. It's almost 3 hours now. that the kiln has been on high. We'll be back. My friend's firing a few days ago caused his kiln to get too hot because it didn't shut off. And he said things like the clay was bubbling. Soon after that, I had a situation where a piece blew up in my kiln, and it shut it off too early by knocking off the timer. Okay, this timer's still set and ready to go. Just waiting for it to do its thing. Okay, it's 20 minutes later. Time to check it again. It still hasn't sprung. Let's see. Still pretty solid there. Okay, we'll let it go another 20 minutes or so and check it again. It's been 3 hours and 45 minutes since the kiln has been turned on. It's still not shut itself off, so we're going to give it some more time. It is now 6 hours since this has been on the high cycle, and it has tripped the shut-off control. The electric is now shut off. I'm going to turn off controls and unplug it, and now we just have to wait 28 hours till this cools down enough and until we can take a look. Well, it's December 4th. The kiln feels fairly cool. There's a little bit of heat coming out of the hole in here, but not too much. I think we can open this thing up. It's very exciting to open up a kiln. It's one of those really exciting moments of your life. You never know what's going to be inside and how it turned out. And well, let's go take a look and see what happened. We'll see how that bonsai pot turned out. Well, the pieces are still warm. Had a little, looks like everything actually came out okay. That piece is an extra piece I put on there. We'll take a look at all this stuff and start to take it apart and see what's underneath. We'll see what's under the shelves. So far, looking good. I want to take the other shelf off, get the stilts out, and we'll take another look and see what happened to the bonsai pot that we did here for this show. Okay, things are looking pretty good here. I'm not sure which is the pot we did for the show. I think it might be this one here. We'll take a look. Well, here's 4 of the items that have just come out. Looking pretty interesting. Let's see if we can find that pot that we did for the video. Oh, I think this here is a pot that we did for the video. This says Bonsai in Irish runes. And we have the interesting looking glazing. And on the inside, and there's our little bonsai pot. Let's get the other one out. Yeah, this one here looks pretty interesting too. Very interesting. I like them. Okay, but now there's one more piece. Okay, this is my Sargasso Sea seahorse that I made. I don't know if you can see the beauty of this thing, but we'll take maybe a better look at it a little later as soon as I carefully take it out of here. Okay, here's how the seahorse came out. It came out pretty neat. It was about 2 hours worth of glazing on this, and I'm pretty pleased with it. Bonsai pots, they also came out pretty good. So if you want to make pots yourself, you don't have to have a kiln. You can go to a class at a high school or an art studio where they'll fire the materials for you. They'll supply materials. You pay a small price, and you can do your own bonsai pots. It's not really that hard. You just have to think about it a little bit ahead of time, and you can have fun and make your plants look really interesting and make your pots look really interesting, and you can have fun with your bonsai.